Anambra Police Command reiterates commitment to tackling cultism, other violent crimes. Great Ife Denmark Friends Club steps in to save 60-year-old with brain tumor. Insecurity, retired IGPs call for stronger funding to support police reform. Ukraine imposes sanctions on Belarus for aiding Russia's military operations. Note, Monday's sit-at-home has ended in Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has fully restored socio-economic and academic activities. With renewed confidence and sustained peace, Anambra is back on the path of progress and prosperity. Be part of this success story. Good morning and welcome to the news. My name is Nonye Nwokoye. Now, the Commissioner of Police, CP Ikioye Orutogo, has reiterated the Anambra State Police Command's unwavering commitment to tackling cultism, armed robbery, and other violent crimes in the state. He made this statement following the death of one Chukwuka Solomon, a male suspect alleged to be a notorious armed robber and cultist. The operation was carried out by operatives of the Special Anti-Cultism Squad attached to Enugu. According to reports, the suspect had attempted to flee during a police search operation at a suspected cult den in Amiku. During the search, one pump action gun, 2 locally made pistols, and other ammunition were recovered. The operatives also successfully repelled an ambush by other gang members, leaving blood evidence suggesting that some assailants escaped with injuries. The suspect was initially apprehended by community members of Amiku, who handed him over to the police. During interrogation, he confessed to being a member of the Supreme Vikings Confraternity, also known as Bragas, and admitted to possessing weapons for the group. He also disclosed that he works under a notorious criminal known as Azaman, who is believed to be responsible for violent activities in Oka and surrounding areas. Police operatives are now following leads provided by Solomon to apprehend the gang leader and other members. CP Orutogo assured that further updates will be provided as the investigation progresses. What filled the hall of Valentine's Day was not a hospital visit, but a powerful promise of life and recovery for 6-year-old Chimanya Emma Gwalibe, a child who has battled a severe brain tumor for years under pain, poverty, and abandonment. The intervention came from the Great Ife Denmark Friends Club of Nigeria, whose commitment has reopened the door to treatment and a normal childhood. Chibuzo Obedike is on hand with the report.
Presenting the case, the Anambra State Commissioner for Women and Social Welfare, Ifi Obinabo, thanked the club for committing over 10 million naira to cover the child's hospital bills and record the distressing condition in which Chimwanya and her mother were first received by the Anambra State Ministry of Women and Social Welfare when the child could barely see, talk, or move properly. She assured that the abandonment by the father and relatives would be investigated and the law allowed to take its full course, and also commended the club for extending support to vulnerable persons at the Integer Rehabilitation Home with over 1 million naira and relief materials.
If we keep working towards this direction, I know that with time, so many people will not be losing confidence, will not be losing their trust in whatever thing, when they have this kind of problem. But my prayer is that we wouldn't get into this kind of problem again in Jesus' name. Mm-hmm. And I want to use this opportunity as well to appreciate the governor of Anambra State.
Narrating her ordeal, Mrs. Jennifer Emma Gwalibe from Obosi explained that Chimwanya developed side problems at 2, collapsed at 4, suffered repeated seizure, and spent 3 months in coma after doctors confirmed a brain tumor requiring urgent surgery, and a 7 million naira bill was presented, while her husband abandoned the family, forcing the children out of school and into hardship.
I'm happy that my daughter finally gets the answer. I thank God. I say God, that God has answered my prayer, because this thing has been a burden to me. I don't have help. If the family has abandoned this child, I don't know what to do again. I thank God. I say thank you, sir. God bless you. Everybody that put this hand to help my daughter, God is going to bless the family.
Through the intervention of the Anambra state government under Governor Chukwuma Soludo, the case reached partners and resulted to the club president, Prince Uche Oduche, announcing an immediate first tranche of 5 million naira to enable Chimwanya proceed to hospital and commence treatment, with full funding to follow.
Whatever we are doing it for the sake of God. This is the highest thing and the highest investment you can do as a human being. We all understand the need to give back to the society the blessings we have received from God.
The program manager of Gender-Based Violence and Peace Organization, Ubaka Onwanibe, described the support as timely and urged wider compensation. In Oka, Chibuzo Birike, ABS News.
May God bless this young man for this great philanthropic gesture. Moving on, in a powerful show of unity at the top of Nigeria's policing hierarchy, a committee of retired Inspectors General of Police paid a solidarity visit to the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetoku, at the force headquarters in Abuja, throwing their weight behind his reform drive. Princess Ekwi Ajide is on hand with the report.
Egbetoku briefed the former police chiefs on reforms recorded over the past 2 years, including the upgrade of the intelligence unit to a full department, the elevation of the legal and medical units to directorates, the expansion of police mobile force squadrons, the creation of new commands, and the establishment of a special interventions code. He also disclosed that over 141,000 officers have been promoted on merit, alongside the introduction of compulsory ethics training.
Beyond operational reforms, we are placing renewed emphasis on professionalism, ethics, and discipline as the foundation of effective policing. In this regard, weekly training sessions focusing on policing ethics, professional conduct, and service standards have now been made compulsory at the state command level to continuously build capacity and improve officer behavior and performance.
Responding on behalf of the retirees, former IGP Mohammed Diko Abubakar, retired, praised the pace of reforms and urged serving officers to support the IGP's agenda, and also called on the federal government to adequately fund the Nigeria Police Force in its fight against insecurity.
Lastly, we appeal to Mr. President to fund the Nigeria Police so that the police can take their lead position, so that they can be able to take the challenges of safety and security in this country.
In Abuja, Princess Ekwi Ajide reporting.
On the foreign scene, Ukraine has imposed sanctions against Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko. Volodymyr Zelensky announced on Wednesday, saying Kyiv will significantly intensify countermeasures against all forms of his assistance in the killing of Ukrainians. The Ukrainian president explained that the new measures reflect Lukashenko's bigger involvement in Russia's war against Ukraine. According to Zelensky, over the second half of 2025, Russia deployed on the territory of Belarus a system of relay stations to control attacks drone, which increased the Russian army's capabilities to carry out strikes on our northern regions from the Kyiv region to Volyn. This had a significant impact on Russia's intensified aerial attacks against Ukraine, Zelensky said. Belarusian opposition leader Sviatlana Tishnurskaya said that Kyiv's announcement is principled and timely. Russia has been using Belarusian territory since the very beginning of its full-scale invasion of Ukraine in early 2022. But despite all Moscow's efforts to fully drag Minsk into the all-out war, Belarus did not fully get involved. And now on sports news, Nigeria's Super Eagles Super Falcons, will face Cameroon in 2 international friendlies next month as preparations for the 2026 Women's Africa Cup of Nations gather pace, following the cancellation of a proposed 4-nation tournament that had threatened to stall the team's build-up. The Nigeria Football Federation confirmed on Monday that the reigning African champions will take on the indomitable Lionesses in Yaoundé during the FIFA Women's International window of February 24 to March 7, 2026. The two sides previously met in a preparatory friendly ahead of last year's Women Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco, with Nigeria securing a 2-0 victory at the MKO Abiola Sports Complex in Abeokuta. NFF General Secretary Mohamed Sanusi said arrangements for the matches had been finalized in collaboration with the Cameroonian Federation, underlining the Federation's objective of ensuring adequate preparation for both the continental tournament and global qualification. Well, that's the news. Now remember, you can follow news and programs on ABS from any part of the world via our website at www.absradiotv.com. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Radio Television. Follow us on our social media handles at ABS Radio Television on Facebook, at ABS Radio TV on Instagram and on X. The main points of the news once again. Anambra Police Command has reiterated commitment to tackling cultism and other violent crimes. Great Ifedema Friends Club has stepped in to save 6-year-old with brain tumor. Insecurity. Retired IGPs have called for stronger funding to support police reform. And from the foreign scene, Ukraine has imposed sanctions on Belarus for aiding Russia's military operation. Note, Monday's sit-at-home has ended in Anambra State. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has fully restored socio-economic and academic activities with renewed confidence and sustained peace. Anambra is back on the path of progress and prosperity. Be part of this success story. And that's the news. We thank you so much for watching. My name is Nonya Nwokoye. Good morning and have a beautiful day.